Welcoming the wonderful David.
Thank you. That was fantastic. Thank you. Jay Shetty, the millennial monk. Let's see what Jay is up to, what he has to say on Instagram today. You look happy is the best compliment you can give. Well said, Jay. Heart emoji, fist pump emoji, hashtag happiness. Oh, didn't hear you guys come in. I was so busy engaging with my 3,000 best friends on Instagram. How many times have you walked into a room and the person in front of you's head was down, buried in their device? Has that ever happened to you? No, okay. Just sometimes. This device, it can be a wall or it can be a window. I will spend the next 5 minutes talking about the 3 principles that I've learned to help you purposefully engage in social media. The 3 principles begin with principle number 1. You need to ask yourself, why am I on social media? Principle number 2, what am I posting on social media? And principle number 3, who am I connecting with? Raise your hands if you are actively on social media. Just about everybody. I'd say about 80% if my math is correct. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you 3 stories about how I learned these 3 principles on how to engage on social media. The first story was walking 500 miles across Spain on the Camino de Santiago in 28 days. Every day we would walk into a new village and you would ask people from around the world that you'd meet new every day, where are you from and why are you doing the Camino? And it was interesting to see how many people had their devices with them. And one of the first questions that people would ask when they walked into the village, do you have Wi-Fi? If those of you know what Wi-Fi is, Wi-Fi. So I thought it was pretty interesting that we were still out in the middle of this beautiful countryside, this beautiful country of Spain, yet we were all connected to our devices. So what I did is I said, I'm going to start taking pictures, 1 a day, and capture the stories of the people I met. And through the course of 28 days, I started to have all these people around the world follow me on my journey. So I felt compelled that I needed to tell and share these stories, not because of me, but because of the impact it had on these people. That was my why. When I realized that posting on social media wasn't trying to brag about and impress how many people, or impress people that I'm in Spain for 28 days, it was about sharing the stories of the people in Spain. Principle number 2, what? What do you post on social media other than just your food? I know that's the trend right now. Selfies, I think selfies are gone. I know there's video is now replacing selfies, but what do you post on social media? When I came back from Spain, I realized that there were some pretty amazing people out in the world, and I didn't need to walk halfway across the world to meet 1 person a day. So I decided to invest 1 year, 365 days, and walk outside my door in Laguna Beach and meet 1 person a day for 365 days. I asked people 4 questions. I'd ask them, how would you describe your life today in 1 word? If you can change 1 thing in the world, what would that be? 1 year from now, if we were to meet right here, right now, what's 1 goal or dream that you would have achieved in your life? And number 4, if your life were a movie, what would the story be about? What would the title of your movie be? And I would take a picture of them, and I would create a movie poster with the name of the title that they chose and the story from their 4 questions, and I posted it on my social media. Once again, it wasn't to be impressive for me, it was to impact others. As a result, over 10,000 people a day were watching these stories, and I felt compelled again to tell stories. That was when I discovered my what. Just 60 days ago, I realized I need to figure out who am I going to start posting to. From those 365 stories that I heard, there were two main themes that I heard from people. The first one, people were saying, I want to be part of a company or an organization that is making a difference in the world, where my voice matters, where I feel like I'm being heard. And the second theme, this most common answer, was they want to feel a sense of fulfillment. They don't want to just go to work for a paycheck. Most people felt unfulfilled. So I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the 3.2 million people in Orange County and start talking to businesses and share this information with businesses and let them know that you probably have 50% of your employees who are disengaged, unhappy, unfulfilled, and just showing up. So now I am telling stories of business owners that are living and providing an opportunity for people to come and work for them and make a difference in the world. And that is what I am doing with my social media. I know there's a lot of different ways you can use social media, but there's three examples that I love. One of them is Jay Shetty. He's one of the hottest social media influencers right now. Jay is the millennial monk, and his purpose is to make wisdom go viral. If you haven't followed Jay Shetty, follow Jay Shetty. The second is someone here in our community in Laguna Beach, Ed Milet. Ed Milet has just in the last year been exceedingly important in the business world, and I would highly recommend you talk with Ed either on social media or like I did a couple of days ago when I ran into him at CVS. And he shared with me his why and why he's using social media. And then third person, everybody, if you're on social media, you know this person, if you're an entrepreneur, Gary Vaynerchuk. He is the voice of this generation for social media influencers. And he definitely is creating a lot of content for entrepreneurs. So if you take anything away today, before you make your next post, ask yourself, why am I doing it? Ask yourself, what am I posting? And then ask yourself, who is it for? And if you do that, I guarantee at the end of the day, if somebody lands on one of your accounts, if you're giving value to them, they will walk away better off than they were before they came. Madam Toastmaster.
Please take a few minutes to